Hello fans and fanatics of 4x4. First of all, if you like this video, I ask you to like it and subscribe. Share it with your friends. Write in the comments what you liked and what you didn't like and click the bell so that let us know when we upload new videos. In this video we are going to show a test carried out by WhistlingDiesel on a Toyota Hilux 4x4 model 1989 diesel engine 3.0, where they try to break it in various ways, but they do not succeed, and it will be explained why the Hilux is so resistant. Additionally, it will show a test very similar to the Ford Ranger 2006 with a 2.3 cubic centimeter gas engine that breaks into two pieces and explain why this happens to the Ranger. To end the video, a test carried out on a 1995 Nissan Frontier model will be shown, in which the neutral drop team tries to split this pickup into two pieces in an absurd test, accelerating badly forward and backward, and it will be explained why it breaks, as well as the Nissan Navara and Frontier made during the years 2004 to 2008. First of all, we are going to see the extreme test that they did to the Toyota Hilux model 1989. Initially, they made it run at maximum possible revolutions in second gear in order to see the resistance of the structure in hostile terrain, and as we can see that the Hilux overcomes all obstacles without problems. Now they load it with cement blocks that weigh 2,500 pounds, that is, 1,134 tons, and it goes through a trail at full speed when maximum speed that can be taken from this truck on the track, with the intention of breaking it, and we will see what happens. As we can see, the truck remains intact. The chassis of the truck, that absolutely nothing happens to it, despite of the mistreatment they give it. Now the test that they're going to do is to simulate that they load the Hilux with bricks. That is, with the same bricks plus the weight of a skid steer loader. The weight of this skid steer loader is 9,500 pounds, plus the 2,500 pounds weighing the bricks would give us a total of 12,000 pounds, which is exactly equivalent to 5,443 tons. Now these bricks are going to be dropped in the back of the truck, and, as we can see, absolutely nothing happens to this truck. They are doing very absurd tests. However, the truck, and nothing happens to it. It is very resistant. Now it is all its bricks, and it is going to accelerate at maximum speed through a plane. And as we can see from this truck, it starts to jump no problem. While it starts to jump, there it goes full throttle, the bricks are starting to fall. And this truck literally gets up. Well, there it literally flies, it gets up and falls on the bricks. And as we can see, the truck has absolutely nothing wrong with it. This it is because this truck has a completely boxed forged steel frame of ultra-high resistance that prevents mechanical deformation, and a system that prevents water from staying in the chassis and producing corrosion, as well as extremely reliable and durable anti-corrosion treatments, because as we can see, it was built in 1989 and this test was done in this year in 2021, almost 30 years later, and this truck is still intact. In this photography we can see the three types of sections used. For the construction of a chassis in the Hilux, fully boxed tubes are used in ultra-high strength steel or full box frame, as can be seen in the section labeled with the letter A, which makes that the structure of the truck is more resistant and durable. On the contrary, in the American standard, trucks normally use channels in the form of C or C channel, as can be seen in sections B and C of the photograph. However, some models such as the Ford Super Duty of the year 2017 uses fully boxed frame. Now we are going to see the test that they did, the off-road test that they do to the Ford Ranger at this moment, but they do not charge it at all, and well, let's see how it behaves, how we can observe the Ford Ranger when it jumps the rear of the truck starts to move. The engine is forced and begins to smoke. But once the problem with smoke in the engine has been solved, the test resumes. Here the man accelerates fully, and as we can see, the rear already begins to moving too much. It continues on the track because the idea is to brake the truck. Finally it brakes. If we can see the difference with the Hilux. Definitively the Ford Ranger is much less resistant. If we had loaded it as it was done to the Hilux, the Ranger would already be destroyed. In this image we can see the comparison between the fully boxed frame on the left, where the right rear tire is in the air due to its rigidity. On the contrary, in the C-channel frame or channel-shaped structure that is on the right, it allows the four tires to remain glued to the ground, which gives it greater stability and a more pleasant driving. This condition makes it definitely less resistant. Now we're going to watch the neutral launch team try to split the 1995 Nissan Frontier model with the 3.0 cubic centimeters gas engine into two parts by accelerating sharply from front to rear. This guy goes full throttle in reverse, leaving the clutch halfway to get the Nissan tires spinning, and when he picks up speed he immediately pushes in the clutch, shifts into first gear and goes full throttle, then releases the clutch halfway, and then he press and release to make the Nissan start to rise like a horse or like a frog. Please don't try this at home. The idea is to keep doing this procedure to see if the truck can handle it. Finally, we can see that the truck did not withstand this absurd test and broke into two pieces. The Nissan Frontier has now become a folding pickup. Please do not do this at home, because the repair of a chassis can cost several $1,000s without adding what it would cost to repair the clutch if it breaks and the tires that will surely remain for change. Now we will explain why in the Nissan Navara and Frontier manufactured between 2004 and 2008 they presented chassis breakage just in the division between the cabin and the cargo bed, approximately 10 years after the purchase, which definitely makes it less resistant and durable than the Hilux. This is because these batches of vehicles did not have an adequate anti-corrosive treatment. The metal used in the frame is very prone to oxidation, and additionally, they do not have an adequate system to drain the water that is lodged in the chassis. Worldwide they presented about 196,000 cases, mainly in areas near the sea and in places where it melts in the snow of roads with salt. If you know of other places where cases like this have occurred, please let me know in the comments. Okay, 4x4 fans, I invite you to subscribe to this channel, share it, and leave comments below about which videos you would like to continue uploading and from which country you are watching on this channel. Give us a like, that helps us a lot, or help us with a donation. See you in the next video.